Hey TS team, this is Ben. What we're going to do is do addendum to the first Zornort play. This is how I like to use the play in order to create pressure by stepping into that place where you don't have to use your feet anymore, so that you force them to deal with the fact that you're coming in under pressure with a guard. You're not waiting for them to cut you, but you're stepping into that place and immediately moving to that Zornort, knowing that if they do try to cut you from above, that you will be able to suppress that cut and move forward with the Zornort regardless. And if they do nothing, your Zornort can continue to either hit them with the cut or with the thrust as they kind of figure out what you're doing. So building on the last play that we worked on, we're basically going to do is start in our Zornort. And last one we worked through the full Zornort transition. So here, Zorn, Ort, and then the cut. I'm going to do, instead of that, I'm just going to focus on the Zornort part, the first bit, instead of the abnehmen. What we're going to do is, as we're working the Zornort, instead of me kind of working from the hips defensively and letting that thrust land, what I'm going to do is start with a leading step forward with my left foot. So I'm here, looking for my positioning. I'm going to go step. Now that's me pushing right inside their range so that they feel that pressure. When you first do this, you should feel really uncomfortable because you're probably not used to working at that closer range. They are going to feel uncomfortable, and that's good because you're leading the initiative in this and coming into that place under guard so that they end up having to deal with that, but you're already a step ahead, ideally. So what I'm going to do is here, working here, step, Zorn. So what I'm doing is I'm stepping and almost moving immediately into that Zorn. There's just a pause. There's a moment so they don't feel like it's one rush. What I don't want to do is do this. Like I'm just madly rushing in. I want them to feel that step being separate from the Zornhau so that they have a moment where you're breaking that OODA loop. And they're like, okay, I don't know what to do now. Suddenly he's coming in. He's close. I should just hit him. That's what you hope he does, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm here, step. And when I do my Zorn, I'm doing a deep hip move motion. So my deep hip motion is me stepping forward, and then I'm recreating that space through the hip, and I'm kind of pulling my body back with that hip motion. As I do, my right foot tends to kind of sometimes come out to the side just a little bit. But it's not my right foot leading that, it's my hips leading that, my body pulling back, and then my foot just stabilizing where it needs to go to stabilize. So I'm starting here with my Zorn. I'm going step, Zorn. So it's step, Zorn. So it ends up being step, Zorn. And then you can finish with the Ort part as well if you want. That step's important because it's what creates that pressure. Step, Zorn. Step. Important to know the distance. It's hard to deal with in a video, but the distance that you're playing with is the point where you are stepping just inside that range. So you're starting outside of the place where they feel like they can hit you. And you're stepping right into the place where they feel like now they're being threatened by your Vom Tag from above. Not too deep or it'll be too easy for them to hit you, just right on that line. And then immediately moving into that cut. The cut should suppress any attempt for them to try on this side to make something happen. As long as you're not waiting for them to do it. You're going to step and cut. And then make the thrust happen. Then the slowish step, cut. That's it. Thanks.